So in for repair today, we have a John Deere 6600. We also have our Landquip Self Propelled Sprayer. We'll catch up with David as he goes through the new DeWulf harvester, and we'll catch up with Mick as he brings us through a Haybob, I think. So first of all, we'll head over to Mick.
Mick is having a bit of a smile here.
Looking back in history a bit.
This is like a history lesson here to me, this. So we have, well, it's a Haybob of sorts. I thought it was a PZ, bought it off the done deal. Wasn't extremely expensive, so we were looking for something to spread a bit of straw from behind the combine. Now we have the woofflers and we have all that, but it was just getting around to it all. We're finding it a little bit of time constraint there with the way the weather was. So we bought this thing anyway, as one of the lads picked it up, brought it home. Now Mick, what's your experience of Haybobs? You have one, you actually have our old Haybob. We had one here years ago. We used to a lot of hay on the farm, and the PZ Haybob was in fashion at the time.
That was the bee's knees one.
Yeah, it was a great one. Now we had the slightly wider one, it's 300 I think, which is the Leha model, and then Mick bought it off with Staff for very small money, Mick, wasn't it? Humble money.
I thought it was robbed at the time.
Well, if you had it now, it probably it's expensive.
Still have it.
Yeah, you still have it. So this one came in. Now, first of all, first things with a Haybob is there's always two positions on it, isn't there, Mick?
Spreading and lining.
And these springs used to give a lot of trouble, and next thing they would be falling down, and I'd say to scrape many the side of a car going by because the springs would fall and stay down on the road.
It is fairly wide in the road, that one.
Yeah, so if you're on the roadway, there's no harm to tie them up. Sometimes a bit of a string around them. Now the springs in this, in fairness, look good, but I reckon it is a copy of a PZ because the headstock here is completely different than a PZ one.
The writing too is.
And the writing is.
I
don't know.
Polish maybe?
Yeah, it's something Eastern European anyway, isn't it?
I'd say so, yeah.
And then we have our different heights here for the wheels, which, but in fairness, it's tidy looking, I have to say. It's tidy looking. Bearings look good on the wheels. And the tyres are the wider tyres, which they were better too. Some of them came with narrow tyres on them. So on the tines themselves then, you remember all this? Narrow wide. I thought you would know.
I couldn't remember. There was a spreading position on it. These two you can change it.
So in then was for row position, out then was for turn position. So in this case we're spreading the sward.
Yeah.
So we have it out, which is fine. Now generally they should have a narrow tine, a wide tine, a narrow tine and a wide tine, but this has all narrow tines. No, they're all narrow ones, that's what it is. So maybe that's all they had at the time when they were putting together. Now I have a few spare ones there from before, from years ago, but I think they're all narrow as well. On this side then, one was blue side, one was yellow side. So if anyone can remember what that is, throw in the comments. There'll be plenty of people there who know all about these. Let us know. We have two different sides, but obviously because you're turning in different directions there, the springs have to be. And that one. And that one. Now, when I got here this morning, Mick, there was a few of these inside the ring, which meant that the tine wouldn't come down then, so it was obviously no addition. But the PZ Haybob, I'd say you could write a book on them. Yeah. And I'd say a lot of the farms throughout Ireland had one of these, and there's still probably plenty of them hanging around the backs of ditches.
And copies.
And copies, yeah. So this one was a copy, so look at his or his, it'll do. Yeah, well, the road.
Yeah.
There's a bit of play on that one, I thought.
They're not bent.
Okay, I don't think so, Mick.
You know, when you spin it.
Yeah, but after that, they're a fairly simple machine. Now, did he give a lot of trouble here? The headstock on the front of them there used to break as well, but it might be as tractors got bigger. Maybe going on the road and across. Now, we're going to put this into a stubble field, so it's not really going to help it a lot, so it's not.
No, that headstock looks okay, though.
But that end of it looks okay. What tractor had you in it, Mick?
574 International.
574.
Still on it.
Is it?
Ron still has it.
Well, we had a Massey 35. And it was
I remember that here.
You remember that here? Yeah. And the Haybob actually looked quite big on the Massey 35, which
looks a bit small now.
Which, when you look at it now, it's the opposite now, so it is. But yeah, we were giving Sean a history lesson. He's on the camera there today. We're giving Sean a bit of a history lesson back in time that he would have seen none of this. But it's still important to see what way everything works, and you just have to. He's going to run through it there just to check, do the PTO line, grease all that up. I think Marco has tightened these bolts, or maybe Sean, and there is talk about
stick a weld
a
in it,
slight
yeah.
bit of weld around it there, which is probably no harm, just to keep it there, but the weld looks good on the end of it, so. Yeah, how long will the PZ last? Well, not the PZ, how long will the Haybob last?
God only knows.
God only knows,
With
mate.
big tractors and tearing across rough fields, you're going to wreck it.
I'd say give it a couple of days to be back here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens.
This
But if
stuff's a
anyone
bit-
has
this
any
stuff is a bit
comments,
easier to do something with than a lot of stuff.
any comments of working these, let us know and see how you get on with them. We had actually a side piece here, which is a divider, which we took off.
So,
We took the divider off because obviously if you're in straw and you're in a row of straw, it's only going to hinder the crop, the flow of the crop. So we took it off, and we're going to take these off as well because these are for our gates.
yeah, there was never a park position
The gates
for
are
them.
actually in good condition,
Seemed to
which
be, I was looking at them out there.
there's 2 good gates came with it.
But why
So-
they never come up with a park position for them, I don't know.
Yeah, because they'd just chip
Yeah.
the tines, wouldn't they?
I suppose you're supposed to take them off when you take the gates off.
Well, they'll be off now in 2 minutes. So we'll just take the split pins out of them there and drop them out, put them with the gates. So that'll be it then. Everything should flow through. So yeah, that's the Haybob. Right, David, you were feeling a bit left out, weren't you?
All the time.
Everyone else is getting new ties around
Yeah.
the place, and you're not.
I get nothing.
So
My old forklift is
yeah, still the same.
still the same, is right.
Right, okay, what are we looking at here now? So this is the DeWulf 4.0 harvester. It's one that you actually purchased last year. We had a little bit of trial with it last year and a play about,
Yeah.
and you're impressed.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. It's now my experience on harvesters. I wouldn't have as much experience as most lads, but working of it and the way it's set up and stuff like that, it's completely different to your grimming.
Yeah.
So it's we don't probably know enough about it just yet. We dug a bit with it last year.
Yeah, so really we got it in just just the way the weather was going, just to have a little bit extra capacity and to be able to get through the work. This one came up, it was in the UK, and I went over to have a look at it, and we decided, yeah, we'll take a chance on it there. Now, we have a few modifications to make, and we kind of knew that last year starting off. We dug a little bit with it, got on quite well with it, but we just needed to do something with the cleaning system on it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably more set up for out in the continent
Yeah.
where they don't have a lot of tops and hollow. But we find here in Ireland, especially on the roost of days that we dig, we get a lot of tops, and sometimes that's the biggest restriction you have when in harvesting today is kind of successfully and easily. So yeah, it's more or less the same. It comes now. This one has no driven disc here on your intake. No Diablos on it. It's worked off these skids here, which sit down on top of the ridge.
yeah.
How do you find them?
Yeah, I found them good. You can probably see widen them from what they were.
Yeah.
So they were only whatever 130 mil or whatever they were. I made them nearly to it, so it gives you a bit more scope for sitting on top of the drill. You know, if you go off it at all, I found when they were real narrow, it just slides and then the whole thing digs down too deep. So it just gives a bit more scope.
And the topper is worked exactly the same way.
Yeah.
It's worked on skids as well, so it's just
Again,
for your
I
height sensing.
widen them out as well last year. It just gives you a little bit more scope on the working of it.
Right, so then going through the harvest, so then again it comes, you have a short intake web, brings it up onto the main web, and it brings it the whole way back. We'll go to the back of the machine now and just to see where it ends up there.
Yeah.
But we had to probably narrow the front of it a little bit because to set up for our drill widths and that, there was a little bit.
Yeah, there's 1,700 webs in this, and there's 1,500 webs in the Grimmy. It just leaves it a little bit too wide for us.
Yeah.
But it's like when you stand back and look, it's some width of a machine, isn't it?
It's some fine machine, yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's absolutely massive. There's like I said,
there's no way for the road. It's either throw it up in the low loader or drive it down the road.
That's it. You just have to,
have an
go
escort
out
and
and
run
escort,
along.
and that's it, front and back. So
This is a nice little feature on it. I don't know why they probably should have more of them on the manufacturers, but a hydraulic step especially should be mainly on all machines now, even if it's down to a combine and that, just to throw it up out of the way.
this one folds right
This one
up.
folds right up. Now you can get these, sometimes you can get caught maybe at the side of it, you're walking the side alongside of a hedge or anything like that. You're inclined to leave them down and no one puts them up, but that's hydraulic, it goes up. The cab itself, there's great space. Do you want to hop up first?
Yeah. Right.
The cab controls then, David.
Main thing is trying to remember them.
Yeah, well, we got a little bit. We
it's
had
like
Brian
that.
from Kenny Quails came down last year, and he kind of went through the whole lot with us.
and we have a video, and we took a bit of a recording of it just to give us a little bit of,
Yeah.
I suppose, to remember all where everything
Well,
goes.
that's the thing. It is. There's a bit to it. It's
Probably it's simple enough. Is that it's not touch screen. You have to scroll the button. Now it can be a little bit annoying just to get used to it, but actually when you do get used to it, then it's
fine.
It's fine, yeah.
And it probably helps that I wouldn't be.
Yeah, so
I'd be fresh to it, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually not too
So
bad.
David
I'm
wouldn't have
learning.
you wouldn't have a whole lot of experience in
Exactly.
harvesting, and I just kind of threw you in at the deep end there last year.
Yeah.
So it was sink or swim. But in fairness, you have got round the screen,
Yeah.
and you have found all the different functions on it quite easy.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like I said, it's just for me, I can pick it up fresh,
Yeah.
that kind of way. So it's grand.
Cameras are a good job on it. I think that if you tap them, they come into each individual camera.
Yeah.
So, and then you have different sequences on them. And again, any of these big machines, you're probably driving them more with cameras now, more so
Yeah,
to see what's going on, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. The only thing I'd love to set up on it is the auto steer. Like
Yeah.
to get the auto steer on the drills.
And
we
this
just
one
have-
had come with auto steer, but I know it was taken off. Now the machine itself, I think, had done 2 or 3 seasons, so
Yeah.
it's quite fresh from that regard. It had an auto steer on it, but I think the previous driver just
Yeah.
wasn't really in the mode of auto steer. So we
Well,
took it off.
it could have taken it off for something else, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'd love to set it up on it again because it does take a bit of driving when you're filling the boxes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you
as
know.
you can see, we have 2 tracks, and then we have 1 big wheel in the
One big
back,
wheel in the back.
and the rear steer. Then it very little will
Yeah, yeah.
kind of throw you off each side of the ridge.
You have to because you've no reference in front of you, as such. It's it is easy enough to follow the drills. It's no problem that way. It's just when you're concentrating on the box so much, you're filling 12 boxes, and you just want to keep an eye on that because it's small movement over there makes a big difference. So with the auto steer, it would help just to track down the rows.
Functions itself then on the gear stick. You have a few different ways of changing the different functions on it, and we'll probably go into that in more depth now as we get to the field.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to remember, David, where.
I'm just getting rid of maintenance reminders.
Yeah.
And that's it. But yeah, generally here you have your whole harvester. I'm not sure if I can't index that around, but basically the whole line here from your chopper through your front disc, your front web, first web, second web, third web, and then what this one has on the back of it is called a hedgehog.
Yeah.
So it runs in the opposite direction. So you have your Holland wheel or Holland rollers here as well. So that's taking out your Holland and your hedgehog. Now we're talking about making modifications in that area.
If we go to the back of the machine, we'll just exactly. Again, we have a lot of steers here on the front of it. Then it's for moving the.
Yeah, so that's your tilt. Your tilt
left
over and
and right.
back. Yeah, yeah. And I can't remember.
You can't remember now.
I can't remember. I think they're actually just for your shares up and down. I think it's that simple.
Yeah, you
actually
left,
you can left and right in your share.
And then you have a stop, obviously. You have a right
Yeah,
in the middle.
you've as you call it, the old F button.
Yeah.
If something
forget to
goes
hit that
wrong,
one.
you hit that one, and that's it.
Yeah, but I
So-
mean, it's well enough set up as regarding you have functions on your hand and you have a few in your feet too, which kind of you do need, like.
Yeah. But we need to get it. This is the main. We'll be.
Yeah.
We'll be
So
digging away at
probably
it.
one of the main reasons we went, and it's probably behind us, is when we look at the bunker size on it. It can hold over 10 boxes, maybe 11 ton of potatoes in it. It's a quite big bunker on it, which means that when we go to the trailer, we can fill it on the one go. We don't have to go again. So it has quite a big bunker on it, and it just does give you more capacity then when you're.
It seems to travel no problem with it too.
Yeah,
it's huge. You can stack it right up. Yeah.
Weight wise, what weight is it?
This is 32
2 ton, isn't it?
Unladen weight.
Yeah,
without diesel or oil or nothing in it.
Yeah,
That's
so you
it.
could have 42, 45 ton on board there when you're fully loaded, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any problem. It travels very well on the ground.
So we have a double track system on it, and we have a big wheel at the back then just for your steer. The tracks are kind of mostly in the middle of the machine.
Yeah, well, they're right over the bunker, or right under the bunker.
Bunker, should say, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the main weight is. So yeah, they seem to be. I think they're 900 wide them tracks. So there's a fair bit of.
Now turn manoeuvrability is fantastic, isn't it? Unbelievable.
It is unreal.
It actually would catch you out more so than that with the tail swing that's on it.
That's the thing about it. You could actually stick it into a hedge, and it moves that fast around the back. If you weren't watching for tractors and trailers or something, you could hit them. but it literally turn and go straight back down.
Yeah, and the beauty with
it's
the
incredible.
track in the middle here is that we don't actually have a wheel on front, so you
Yeah.
have nothing tramping the drill as you're harvesting along.
Yeah.
It's clean into the
It's
crop,
clean into
the crop, and you
that's
walk
it.
away.
Yeah.
So right, we'll go to the back of the machine here, and here's where we're thinking of doing the modifications. In that we have, don't know, can we see from here, Andrew? Or do we have to be underneath there?
Might have to be in here.
Will we fit underneath there, David? Could have a little party in here, David.
Yeah,
couldn't you?
couldn't you?
It's a good spot to go when it be raining.
It is, yeah, it's massive.
Right, so in here is where we're looking at doing the modification on it. Again, we have a holm extraction on this end. There was only one holm extraction on it, and then it went on to a web system. The web system then brought it down onto these Dolman rollers, and we had a head chuck system at the back for taking out the tops. Now, what we found was that it was probably being overloaded with the amount of tops that was coming through, and the fact that last year was probably a difficult year, and that with a lot of tops and it was hard enough to deal with, it probably wasn't a fair reflection on the machine.
No.
But in here then we're going to put in a multi-step unit. We're going to get it manufactured from Scott's Engineering, and we're going to sit it in here. So basically it will come from this holm extraction, and it will roll down onto here, and it will give us the option then of putting it onto the rollers as well.
Rollers,
so they're really like your multi-step system when you go in the opposite way, really. That's what they are.
No, they do a good job.
They do a good job. Now we can speed them up and you can angle them. Always was a little bit of criticism on that they were harder on potatoes at times, but all depends on how you run them and what speed you run them at. They worked actually very well to handle all the we'll say your clod and that very good in action here that will take out any top.
Yeah.
Going down onto the roller shaft.
I think there's a second holm extraction on it, isn't there?
As well,
So put in a second one.
So, and then we'll come down onto your Dolman rollers, and if you have any clod around like that, they will go down. We're actually not going to use this head chuck system here, so that will, it's not that it'll come obsolete, but the oil supply will be used probably to run this here, depending. We're not quite sure what way that's going to work. And again, once it goes down there, it goes on to, you have 3 webs at the back, they're just spaced, so it kind of evens out the crop as it goes on to your big ring elevator at the back, and that brings it right up to the top, where it goes from there straight into the bunker. So relatively straight enough.
Relatively simple machine. We're going to, there's a bit of fabricating, a bit of change around now. What we'll do is as we're doing this over the next couple of weeks, we will keep you updated on that, but we have to literally empty out this middle of this machine, so I have to figure out ways of supporting what's there, and then emptying out the rest of it. So all this here now, all of this is going, all up along the sides is going. This bar here also going, this main one. So I need to make sure there's enough strength in the machine then going forward that it'll be able to withstand.
So this cleaner will run the full width of the machine.
I think you're getting 8 rollers in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
8 full rollers in it with segments. So again, they'll be pulley driven and not
oil driven,
right? Because we don't have the split. We're going to try and keep it as tight as we can to the sides. So we also then need to figure a way for maintenance on this, which that's a big thing for me, is to make sure that we can. It's one thing building it into it and fitting it. It's when it has to be maintained later on. So if we get an issue in the field that we're not going to be down for a week, we need to be up and going again in a couple of hours, you know. So some way of maybe dropping it down or getting it clear, so we can actually maintain it, you know. So it's interesting now.
It's a big enough project to take on. Not many of these would have this system on it. Maybe some of the newer type DeWolfs give you the option of putting in a multi-step unit into kind of a cleaning system. This one doesn't, but then again, this one has the big bunker. So we're trying to get the best machine, we'll say, from the 3 different attributes of having a good potato harvester and having a big bunker, good clean, and big capacity. This has massive capacity.
Huge capacity, there's no doubt about it. Like the slowest thing, I suppose, from our trials last year was that hedgehog. It was just, if the potatoes came up in the stool still, we were struggling to get.
It was struggling to take out the tops. Now, they use these a lot in kind of veg production or veg harvesting, where you have a lot of, we'll say, carrots and things like that, but it's a different crop that you're dealing with. When you start dealing with potato tops, they can absolutely get everywhere and they can cause serious issues. So, it's down from, we'll say, from even the topping of the holm to making sure it's completely topped tight, so that when the crop comes through, just last year we did. A lot of the potatoes were still holding on. It was an early year, and probably we were harvesting a little bit early. We
Probably
were
a little bit early.
mad to get going to trial out. But we found out last year that these were the problems that kind of came through in the machine. So it's now we have to deal with them.
Yeah.
For this year.
We'll deal with them for this year, right? So like I said, over the next couple of weeks we'll be, hopefully our multi-step will arrive and we'll start getting it fitted in and start designing. Yeah, need to get the head going.
You have to get your design ahead of you.
Yeah, that's
no bother.
Basically.
No bother.
Yeah, no, I don't mind getting stuck into it. This is my end of it.
Yeah.
I prefer doing this now than sitting in it.
Yeah, right. He'd probably have me sitting there
well then that's
for a
it.
while.
I don't mind anyway, yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, Mick, we're any further on with the bonnet here.
Nearly there.
You're nearly there.
Well, it's going up and down, but it's not going all the way down. We've a bar back there. It's fouling or bending or binding. Is that bonnet separated from that?
Yeah, so while it looks straight, but when we go to bring it down here,
It's catching on the very low.
see this bar here, rather than pivoting, it's actually bending. So whether it's either gone weak or the
strut
pivot
maybe?
point.
Paul,
Huh?
over half C strut.
Half C strut, you think? Would the strut be putting pressure on it?
Maybe. Try there. Go on.
Well, the only thing is we take the straw out and see what will happen. We'll see will it pivot down.
Yeah.
Just hard to get right, isn't it?
Or they're a dog. Well, to be fair, we didn't have them clips. And there was ordinary circlips from them in Devon Hope. Those clips. The clips are something else to get on, John will tell you.
Yeah, they're
Push
nine.
back up there again, Paul.
Can you take that out?
Go on up a little bit, I think. Go on.
Mick, I can't go any further.
Bring it down. Go on
There.
down. Down.
Yeah.
Down. That's it. Well, you're hardly the wrong side. I would have tried coming down now.
Yeah, that seems to be an awful lot better.
Yeah, but still won't. No, go down.
Do you want to come down?
Yeah.
Now it seems to be sitting forward.
It's going further, but it's not sitting down.
No.
All right, up. Paul. Up.
Up again. Oh, it's stuck now, Mick.
I'd say leave it and we just have to do a bit more digging. Where am I going with this?
You want to lift it, Sean? It won't go either
It
up
should be
or
up
down
to,
now.
it should be up to go up.
It seems to be latched in there, Sean, somehow.
But there isn't a latch as such, Paul. It's over centre.
Yeah, but it's very hard. I can't lift the front of it here now. I'd say Sean broke it, Mick. We'll blame Sean, will we? Huh? Why at there, Sean? You don't know. I think I leave you that there.
Thanks.
Ah, you seem to have enough
Hold
in
on,
your
there's
hands
another
there.
thing in here. I need to clean it out to show the pipe.
Well, Mick, you have the floor out. I see you're doing that fuel pipe. It's
Yeah,
not
have
in
a
there.
look in there, Sean.
Why, what's in there, Mick?
Have a go.
Oh my God.
It's either a bird's nest or a rat's nest or something, I don't know. Down into the hole, John.
You're right down there now. You see the resemblance of it. It's a nest of sorts, anyway.
Yeah. Remember the, what was the Swedish one, is it?
Yeah, so you'll find that these, the grand little spots underneath the cab there. For,
They can get in.
they
Cats
can
can't
get in.
get at them.
Yeah, they can get in here, right? So
They're learning quick.
we need.
What?
This was on a straw chopper, yeah. Yeah, so you need to clean
I'll get Paul.
you need to clean that crap out of it there, Mick, before you.
Dig for
Before
our
you-
fuel line. That's it's the return line this week. It's not the supply.
Right, it's the return. You've sorted that out.
Just up in there.
You've got work to do with that tractor mix you have. Tell you. Between the bonnet now and the fuel
I
line.
don't mind the fuel line. This crap now
Huh?
would bust your head, wouldn't it, John?
Right, David, you broke the sprayer already, to say.
Yeah, this is the new Landquip there.
Well, the
So,
one that we bought in. So we were
bought
just
in.
running through it there before we set it to work. We just just have to check over to make sure all the linkages and maybe bushings and stuff like that, because I did see there was a little bit of play on the booms, boom support, which is no harm to just double check before you send it out. So we've noticed a little bit of a strain on one of these.
The problem was there was play where it shouldn't be in play, and the rest of it was seized solid.
All right,
That was the other problem, right? So we had main, so it's actually upside down on the bench, right? That hangs the other way.
Yeah.
These linkages then, they stop it from the booms. When the booms are out full, they stop them from tilting forward like that.
Yeah.
So when they're folding in all the time, there's a lot of pressure on them that way. What we're finding with these linkages had one main bar down here and this welded in the side. The problem was it was pulling the pins out that way in both sides, so stretching it right out, which was allowing it lean right forward.
And these are actually twisted on one end, weren't they?
Completely twisted, yeah. So these were all out that way. So what I did was, I took a video of it as well. I cut these out in the plasma at home, and so they fitted on, so they're exact match. So once we've got the drawings done, if the other two sprayers need to be done now as well, we can do the same job. But that'll stop them from spreading at all. So they're far stronger link arm now, you know.
The pressure comes on it when it's folded in.
Yeah, as it's being folded in, I'd say an awful lot of pressure on this. It's the only thing that's stopping them from toppling over.
All right.
And what happens is that they're heavily worn as well. So there's these bushes in here as well. So these bushes in one end, and they only have a straight pin in the other, which I don't really get either. Why you'd have bushes in one end and only a straight pin in the other. You'd bush both ends.
Yeah.
Be fair about the job. So anyway,
both greaseable, obviously, but still.
both greaseable. It's debatable whether we're ever greased or not. But yeah, we'll get that back. The other problem then, this pin here, I'm after making a new pin for it. That took nearly 45 ton pressure to try and push that out, which some lads would say is not a lot, but with our press, it's quite a lot. It was nearly maxed out. So with heat, I had to put settling on it as well and press it at the same time, and only with it. It was tight right to the very end.
Right.
So, but that's that. So that one was tight, and all these other ones were tight. Actually, Marco had to cut some of these out the other day when we were taking it apart. So that's that end of it anyway. So I'm nearly done with that. I'm just basically getting pins. The pins, as I said, were cut out of it, so I'm making up new pins for these and just making sure that they're all going to take grease, and if I maybe put a grease track and stuff like that into them, just to keep it right.
Right, this other part here then is the part actually that we got for the other sprayer.
Yeah.
Which the booms are basically the same. There's no
Yeah,
difference
they are
in
the
boom.
same. Yeah. So they're 28 meter booms. So this part just wears in a couple of different places. So in here, and then they get a little bit of wear in here as well, which make them very sloppy. So a little bit in here because they're obviously 14 meters both sides, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're 28 meter booms,
Yeah.
aren't you? So you're 13 meters overhang. You're 13, maybe 12 and a half overhang on it, which a little small bit of play in them would make it
Big differ
big differ
out at the point of it.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
we're gonna
so
switch them
we're
over.
going to switch these over. We're going to put these into the Landquip there now, the one that we got. And then another stage, we will take the ones off the trail sprayer when we can stand it down when we get this one up and running. That's the plan anyway,
That's the plan anyway. So the one that comes off, we'll have a spare set all the time.
Yeah.
So once these go on,
They're just a wearing part, hasn't it?
That's it. But we could probably get them refurbished.
Yeah.
Rather than just keep buying new ones. Like there's no real need. It's just really bushings and stuff like that. But it means we'll have a spare set ready to go if anything happens.
Yeah, just
We'll
to
throw them
get it in time rather than wait
exactly.
till it's gone.
So that's basically it on this.
So even when you buy second-hand machinery, it's always the risk you take, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But like, if you get them put right, look, there's a lot of wear in them still. Like, you know what I mean? So it's you can buy a new machine and you can find a weak point on it anyway. So you might have to fabricate to it anyway.
Yeah.
Look, you might get a year or two out of it, but it depends on the weak points in it.
And
you only really
it's just
know
the overhang is the killer, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Like, look, at rough ground, depends on the year. You know, this year we've had no problems. Last year we'd an awful lot of problems with sprayers because we deep tram lines and all the rest of it. So you have rams being broken and stuff like that, and it's not really down to Well, we could name one driver.
Well, we
now.
could name one driver there, but we
he's
won't.
away now at the minute.
Yeah,
though.
he's
he's
away.
far away.
He's far away. Yeah.
yeah.
Heard he's coming home too.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
in the grapevine. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So he'll be back to doing more damage.
Yeah, so we get a couple of rams in stock for you, Carl.
Yeah,
and we'll keep them there for
We'll
you.
keep them there
Right.
when
That's it.
when you arrive back. They probably
Yeah.
won't let him at the sprayer. The younger brother is taking over. See there now,
and hasn't broke around.
and hasn't broke around.
No, not
Yeah.
one. No, we haven't had a ram problem this year at all. So, yeah, but you're looking. That's the way it goes. But look, last year was exceptional with bad ground and stuff like that. So it was an exceptionally wet year. So
And after that, then will she be up and running? Do you think we should have her for
I
next
have to
couple of
put
days?
in.
What else have we to do?
Your drivers are very particular now. He wants a set of footrests.
Oh,
in under,
that's a new one.
Oh yeah, well there you go. So you get
At
all
the bottom
sorts,
of the steering wheel.
we get all sorts of requests in here. He sat into the combine and said, "Geez, they're lovely. I want them in the sprayer."
And any particular size of foot, like does it have to be a?
I'm gonna the biggest one I can kick him in the ass with. That's it. So yeah, look, I'll do up something for him anyway.
Yeah, well,
And,
we have them on the footrest. So very
yeah,
popular now. They're
it
on the
is,
combine,
and
and they do.
It is a grand place to sit.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So it is. It means you just stretch out the legs and that's it. So he does spend a lot of time in them, so I can't argue. You know, compared to anyone else.
So that's next on the list then.
That's next. It shouldn't. It's not a big job. There's
Yeah.
bolt holes in the floor and all, so it's just about
Right, well,
making
we
them
get
up.
the Craigill ones done here first, anyway. These
Yeah,
are the most
these are the-
pressing.
Yeah, but other than that,
problems.
I don't think there's. I don't know of anything else that has to be done. So there's. I don't know. Whether maybe there's radios or something to be fitted. I don't know, but other than that,
Time will tell.
time will tell. We won't. We'll hear about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Alright, so lads, what we have this morning is the link arm of the Landquip sprayer, the new trail sprayer. So as you can see, what's happening is that it's we had a bit of bother getting this one out, so we had to heat it and press it out. It took nearly 40 ton of pressure to get that pin out, but as you can see, it's actually breaking it all along here due to just the booms, the weight of the booms stretching out on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a second one of these plates, take it down here, and you wet weld it on. So I'm back at home here with the Swift Cut CNC. So as you can see, I've the drawings done out. Program is installed. Everything is ready to cut. So I'm going to give it the go ahead here. Where's my mouse? Run G code, and nothing's happened. I might have it switched on. Handy if I did. Yeah, okay, so it's in fault mode, so yeah, it's still saying it's in fault mode. Okay, give me a minute.
Started as a whisper, message from a new world I'd never known. Something about it felt like it'd been waiting my whole life. Is this home? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony?
Okay, so there's the final part cut out. As you can see, that job cuts through 10mm plate like butter. So we have a good cut all the way around. It's all good square edges and not much cleaning to do on that, so that should fit straight on. So okay, we'll get you back in the workshop.
Right, David, a few final touch-ups on the Landquip sprayer here. So
Yeah.
what have you done? I know
Right,
you got a
it's-
list of orders there from the
Yeah,
chiefs.
The
What's
Chiefs
that?
is
The
right.
Chiefs, yeah.
So look at just driving aids basically, little bits and pieces. The horn wasn't working on it, so we said, right, in fact, we put an air horn on it. So there's an air horn gone onto it now.
So we go on the far side here, we'll probably see it's tucked in. Mick was on the job, I presume.
No, I did it myself.
Oh,
last
did
night,
you?
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
I put it ran it through a relay there, and it has its own compressor and all on it.
Right.
So I ran it through a relay. Grand battery and all is beside us here, so made it hard easy to put on. So that's that done. We have to put aerials on it.
Oh yeah,
They're,
that don't connect on, isn't it?
No, these are cosmetic.
So these lovely red cosmetic,
Yeah,
just to be colour coded.
yeah, that's it.
And you have to put one on each side there.
Put one each side, and that's it. Yeah. Now someday it might have a CB in it, so at least the areas will be fitted for it then anyway.
Right,
So
okay.
that ran. There's a drain on the end of the tank. The drain was knackered on that, so it's done now. And ran an air supply then into the cab for blowing out the cab. So we have all that, a little Susie.
And your little footrest on there as
And
well.
yeah, I made him up a footrest as well. So he had no footrest for it. So it just makes it a little bit more comfortable when you're in it for a good few hours. So I'll throw the feet up.
Yeah, and I
that's
know
it.
like you might laugh ahead of it, but in fairness,
actually it does.
It is
It
a
does
good
help,
job, yeah.
yeah.
And you see them in all the combines and all the new,
Yeah, and you
new
use them.
cabs now, and you do use them.
You do
yeah.
use them a lot,
It's just
like.
something for just putting your feet there
Yeah.
when you're working. Just
So
gives it a nice.
made it out of stainless steel there now. So it's cut out all the spraying and
Yeah.
painting and all the rest of it. It'll stay like that forever.
USB port, and you have.
Yeah, through the USB port down to your right hand side there.
Okay, see it in
So
here,
it's
yeah.
a little double USB port. That came out of Sparix, so a handy little unit to fit. Like we had a power supply there and all, and an opening in the dash for it.
Because there's always a day when you don't have charging
You know,
your
well,
phone,
that's
doesn't
it.
it?
Yeah, it's hard handy.
No,
So another issue then we have. So this step then folds up when you let off the handbrake. This folds up. Now it is working, but it's not enough pressure. So we're going to have to check out and see why there's not enough pressure. See, the bolts are a bit loose here now, so it could be something.
Could be fouling
It
a
could be
bit.
fouling on it a little bit, but it should be. As soon as you let off your handbrake, this folds up,
Yeah.
and then it won't be caught then, and that's it. So
Yeah, we've done a bit of a respray on the wheels.
a
And,
little bit of respray in the wheels. Yeah, I want to put an aluminium checker plate underneath. We've a lot of electronic solenoids under here.
Yeah.
So just to stop the dirt and crap building up in there, just put a plate across and finish that off. It just helps. Like if it ever flicks up a stone or anything, you know what I mean? It can come up and belt off a solenoid.
Now, the bigger issue that we had here was these ends, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we have a
so-
bit of footage there of you changing them.
Yeah, so these ends, the play comes in here as far as I know, right? There's big play, it's not so much in the main pins, but actually it comes in here as far as I
bushing
know.
there.
So it did get a bit of TLC before. It must have got a belt at some stage in its
Yeah.
previous life. So we'll have to monitor that and see how that goes going forward.
And then the other plates you done then were
Yeah, so the link arms
The link
then-
arm, like a lollipop plate.
The link arms, again, that whole, when the booms are being folded out, the whole thing is resting against it like that. And it's putting an awful lot of pressure on these link arms here, right? So I made up another plate to double jaw it. So it shouldn't break again, but I'd like to see in here on these sprayers, you have do you see this rubber here, or this plastic, hard plastic,
Yeah.
and the boom slides on that. I'd love to see one of them on top as well. And take the pressure off the top of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as long
Just
as
takes
it's
the slap out of it.
It just takes the slap out of it. It just takes the weight off it. So this one here now needs to be replaced. From what we can see, yeah, it's chewed out completely on top. So can you see that, Andrew? You see it from this side even better. See that there? So that's chewed out of it all the way. So we need to get new ones of them. And that just, again, takes the slap out of it. Because every little small bit in here is a huge difference out. It's 28 meter booms.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, yeah. So we'll see. We'll also have to monitor. We got the other sprayers done. They crack here. So where that plate ends, they crack. So we sent it off, the other two sprayers, and the lads up in Motion Engineering welded plates on and done a good job on that.
That looks to be
So-
slightly heavier, but doesn't it? Boom.
No, I think it's the very same.
Is it?
I think it's the very same, and I think I can see a hairline cracking it already. But yeah, so they plated it up and keep welded it all the way in around and finished it off. So they didn't weld it fully all the way around when they were manufacturing these. So we just need to keep an eye on that. Keep a check on them. Maybe get them done before they actually go, because there's nothing sure that they will go.
Right, after that then we're good to go.
I think
All
so.
we need now is spray and
That's it.
head for the field.
I'd say so, yeah. Where's it going for sprouts?
Well, we don't know. I'd say it's
Something like
going for a spud job anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, it's just we're not under pressure with a sprayer yet. I know,
No, but I just
even
want to
though
get
we
these
have it,
jobs done while we can.
But it's
And
much easier to do them now, and we have.
once it's in the workshop, get it in and get it finished, and that's it, out the gate. That's it. Next job.
Right. Okay.
All right.
That'll do. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Shoot. Have you sound?
Every time we go, you put the camera
I
on.
was gonna put it in the
He
bin.
walks away. He walks away. Right. Okay. What are you at this morning here? Lights. Mick's favourite pastime.
Oh yeah.
And with the multimeter there, he's
Happy
stuck,
out.
He's happy out. Yeah, look, we have the lights in front of the Hilux. These are just for when we're on convoy there to make sure
Combines and that.
combines there that we can alert the oncoming traffic that we have a big,
actually quite
big
good.
vehicle. Yeah, they're very good. Yeah, they are catchy. But this one is gone, is it, Mick?
Yep. And the other top one.
Many of you on it. Oh, hold on. You have 4.
We had 4. We were down to 2.
Right.
So I'm replacing the top 2.
You can't get these flashing, Mick, can you? Would it be too hard on them to get the
There's a lot
white?
of work on that.
Is there?
Yes. I was half tempted to do my own looking this here.
But you could have another ones there. I know the headlights.
You can do, but you drill into the headlamp and you're pulling the headlamp, and getting headlamps out of yokes is not
Simple.
an easy job.
So you've
Except off the
you've
front.
gone here with these.
Yep.
They're the smaller.
They are, but there's a right whack out of them. I paired them up there. Do you want me to pair them up on
Let's
it?
go on here. See what the
I'll
see.
do
What,
10 minutes from this.
huh? Oh, you'll be 10 minutes. Oh, here we have time for 10
I have
minutes.
to
Now.
progress this.
We'll come back to you there when you're ready to go.
Right.
Making a big job of this, Mick, are you?
I'll dragging it out.
You're dragging it out.
Yeah. Not
Well,
today,
how we
not
look?
today, but,
How are we looking?
I've the power runs them, but just hold it there, Paul.
Yeah.
But I've run sequence and words as well. So I think the way you want it is a match. Do you know the way the 2 bottoms are? I'm gonna turn on there now.
Right.
They won't be synchronized now, I don't think. A good belt out of them. I think they're brighter.
Yeah, that looks to be the job, doesn't it?
Yeah, but see the way they're different than that.
Yeah, what this one is flashing quick.
It's different synchronizer.
Just to go through your electrical connections, what do you generally use?
Work.
Everyone will have the choice,
Work.
won't they?
For a very simple reason. You won't really see it in the camera. If you look in there's a double sleeve on it. They're far, far stronger. They hold a lot better.
Right. And that's for them all, or
The big ones, that's a single. No, they mightn't be worth.
what do you mean they mightn't be worth? They're in a
But
worth box
they're,
anyway.
they're heavy. If you look at any of the, to be honest, all the little ones, it's
Yeah,
paper to seal
paper,
it.
yeah,
You squeeze it with your little finger. These you will not squeeze that easy.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
And you
ones.
have the crimper then for doing that, have you?
Yep. That one, I have interchangeable heads. I can go for open, non-insulated terminals, big terminals, the whole works.
Yeah.
New one there. I remember my black grips.
The one that went missing, the one that you left on the wheel of the
I
combine.
left it on the wheel of the combine.
No sign of it.
No.
So what have you gone? This is vice grip itself, is it?
Fair one, you know the big one I have?
Yeah.
I found that brilliant. There's a very positive lock on that. John B got one there a while ago, Chinese one. It's nowhere near as good. It's very precise.
Right, okay. The vice grip there, one obviously.
Mhm.
Good quality. Right, you have the lights working here.
Yeah, I just have to finish off the wiring. I have to mount them, but these are small. It's just to get them to sit square. We'll come up with something.
Yeah, they're doing a bit of a dance there, Mick, are they?
They're all over the place because they're not synchronized.
Maybe that's a good way to have them.
Well, leave them that way if you want. I don't mind.
I will leave with you. Right, Mick, you have a question here to the general public.
I thought first it was a thing called a panhard rod, which is on cars, trucks.
So
vans,
this is the linkage here. See
Yes.
this linkage here, like a Z linkage on it. Now the axles move in and out on the
To alter
sprayer
the
here.
track.
To alter the track. So Mick wants to know what is
I think I have the
correct
answer.
the correct name of it.
Yeah, because it's not a panhard rod, because a panhard rod will be linked to the axle and to the body so that you don't get your car and your axle, your back of the car waving, make you sick.
Yeah.
But I think I know what's far, but it'd be just interesting to see if I'm right.
Right. Okay. All right. Throw in the comments below.
A problem we have.
Huh?
A problem we have. To get that?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're trying to get it. This is a wiper blade off this yoke, and it's enormous, very long.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's 12
we're finding that wiper blades are getting longer making machines.
You look at even the likes of the Manitou, which is a full wiper on a curved glass.
Yeah, it's 1200 millimeter, 47 inches.
Right, Mick, so what you want to know is, can you buy the rubber?
I've been told you can get rolls up. Now, how can be in a roll? Because that's plastic there at the back. But seemingly you can get rolls of just the rubber.
Yeah.
And you pop that off, fit the new one onto it. If anyone knows, or maybe some of the bus girls may have a similar length one.
Yeah,
If anyone could be of any help, please.
just to refurb an old wiper, because
look.
the wiper arm is hard to, well, you probably could get it off the manufacturer, but it's a bit...
Like the frame itself is not
frame
wobbly.
itself is good.
Yeah.
It's just this rubber
And it's
here.
unusual too, it's a bolt-on, but I suppose with the size of that thing, it'll have to be bolted on.
Yeah, because we were forever at wiper blades, aren't we?
Yeah,
Which
but if you
always
don't
seems
get
to
them
be-
right, the windscreen is wrecked. And
Yeah.
that windscreen, I would not like to be replacing. How you even hold it up there?
No, so,
Your glue would want to be fairly quick setting.
what to make?
Yeah, or to be a big smash.
Right, throw in the comments below if
Thank
know,
you.
if you know where we can get one. Thank you.
So that's it for this week's Workshop Wednesday. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So for everyone here at Finnegan's Farm, we'll talk to you all. And actually, have a good holiday, Michael. We'll talk to you all next week.